she'll be bouncing questions off me along with Brian G. Soul. Um, but we're going to talk mainly basketball.
I got to turn it around.
Maybe a little football.
Baseball?
A little baseball, yeah. I'm a baseball guy, so. Um, but I'm going to have a gentleman with me next week. His name is Claude. Claude from Chicago, and he's going to be here, and we're going to be doing this together.
I got to turn this around.
Get ready, get set. Let's
go. There you go.
Hold on 1 second here. I'm turning it around here. Hi guys, Brian G. Soul here. We're getting ready for Undeniably Sports Talk with Harold White. I'm working out some little kinks here.
Oh, why am I on?
Hold on, babe. Hold on. I got to turn it around. All right. You think I got to turn the whole laptop around? Hold on.
Big
See, I'm trying to get out of it. You gotta turn that whole thing.
And
The camera's in the front.
Hold on here, guys. Do you see that light coming out this way? You don't see it, do you? Nope.
No light.
Nope.
It's no light.
Okay, got you.
You got it. The camera's
Okay.
where you're at. You have to-
Okay, guys, we're about to start Undeniably Sports Talk with Harold White here. I'm getting working out some kinks. I'm gonna edit this out later here. My name is Brian G. Soul. All right, hold on 1 second. So I'm turning it around here.
There you go. That's it.
Okay, I wish I could zoom in.
Just
What?
scoot the table up.
Yeah. Hold on, babe. Working out the kinks here, guys.
You coming closer?
Yeah.
Okay. I got Charlie. Charles.
That's good right there, boy.
Okay.
It is. Perfect.
Okay, you guys can talk. Where do you guys? Who are you guys, and where are you from?
Okay, now ladies first. They know you already.
Okay. Let's talk about my favorite team who didn't make
First
it.
of all, what's the
Oh, what?
name of the show?
Undeniable.
Undeniably Sports Talk
Right.
with Harold White and special guest Ziola Gay.
I'm just a stand-in.
Harold's your host.
No, because Harold and I talk about sports all the time, and I think he's amazed because I know a lot about sports. I'm really a sports fanatic, and
She does. She knows.
yeah, and I ask really good questions, huh, don't I, Harold?
Yes.
Really good questions. They not stupid or anything. So,
No.
and he had great
Not the
answers
typical
for me.
female.
Yeah, I've been watching sports like forever. So this should be interesting,
Yeah.
Since his co-host is not here, he says, "Okay, I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna tell you." He called me Sweetie sometimes. So I'm gonna say Z. He's gonna say Z. You're gonna have to fill in tonight. Here I am.
Okay, and as you all know, I'm Harold White, and I have an extensive background in sports. I played 3 years of basketball in high school, and I ran 3 years of track, and I'm very well read in sports. Baseball's my number one love. Basketball's my second girlfriend, and football, I'm not so hot with that, but I'm okay.
Yeah, you've
But
been pretty good in football.
yeah, sometimes,
Yeah.
but for the most part, I like basketball and I like baseball. So uh, we tried this once a couple of years back, and
Pre-COVID.
yeah, pre-COVID, and COVID hit, things went awry, and we're back, and we're getting ready to do the thing right now. So let's get to it. What are we going to talk about first, Sweetie?
Let's talk about why the Lakers didn't win when they played Denver last night. When you came over today, what did I say? You said, okay, you asked me, what was that question you asked me? Was I
Were
crying?
you in grief?
Yeah, I
Were
was
you
angry.
grieving that the Lakers didn't win?
We
And
both
what,
were.
and no, I told him no. I said no
Nope.
because they could have won that game.
Yeah, they could have.
They could have won that game. If they had made their free throws, they could have won that game. And then they played pretty decent. I wasn't mad. When I didn't think that they would win four in a row anyway. But it would have been nice if they had been able to come back home and win another game. I thought they played pretty good.
They
I
did.
wasn't
They did.
mad and I wasn't grieving.
And I thought that they played a pretty stellar game.
And for him
and
to say that was good.
yeah, and I was told not to do any LeBron bashing, so I'm not going to do any LeBron.
Go ahead and do
bashing.
your LeBron.
No, what I'm going to say about LeBron is this: it's time for him to go. It's time for him to go. He has played 21 years. There's only a handful of basketball players that have ever played that long. You can count them: Kobe,
Yeah.
Robert Parrish, Tim Duncan, uh, Kevin Willis, way back. Not very many basketball players get a chance to play for
That
as
long.
long as he has. And he has those periods where he just looks like somebody that's been playing for 21 years.
But that's his goal is to play with his son.
Good goal, but not going to happen.
You don't think so?
No,
You don't think the Lakers will probably draft um Brown what's his name?
Bronny, no, I
Bronny
don't
next
Bronny.
next season
no, I
and
don't think they're going to
and that'll
draft
be
Bronny.
LeBron's last season with the
No.
Lakers?
No, I think this is what I think. If he does get an opportunity to play with Bronny, what will happen is if he goes into the draft, somebody's going to draft him, not the Lakers,
Hmm.
and then LeBron will let go of his contract in LA, and he'll go to the team that Bronny got drafted by.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, that's
I
what.
don't see him leaving the Lakers for some strange reason. I don't care where Bronny go. I think he will stay with the Lakers.
Do you think he's even good enough to go to the NBA?
No, I don't.
I don't think so either.
So he's going to the NBA mainly because of LeBron.
He's
If he
going
goes,
to the, he's
yeah.
going to the, yeah, he's on the
If
he's
he
on
goes,
the
it's
LeBron
because of
James
LeBron.
train.
Yeah.
But
Because
now
they said the younger son is better
It's
than
better,
Bronny.
yeah.
he's the one.
Yeah.
He's the one that's going to be.
And LeBron won't make it
the-
that
He
long.
won't stay long enough
Yeah.
for him because he's still in high school, and Bronny is just not that good.
Just okay.
Just not that good. He's all right, but he's
He's
just
not
not
a
good.
LeBron.
No, he's
Yeah.
not even close to that.
And what about Anthony? What's up? I think Anthony played a hell of a season this season.
He did the best that he could do.
Even hurt, he played.
I think he
you
did the
know,
best he could do.
I think he.
I
did
like for him to be a little bit
fantastic.
more aggressive. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No, well, Brian, I think he did really good this season. I mean, he did better this season than last season and the season before
He
that
got hurt a
because
lot
you
last
remember
year.
he went out. He would
That
miss
little,
games.
that
This
little,
time he didn't.
it-
He played through it.
and I hate to say it like that, but every time he get hurt, I shiver.
I shivered too, but then he came back.
'Cause
He didn't
he-
miss a game.
He an
though.
accident-prone player.
Yeah, he is. He was always on the
Everything
floor.
happens to him. I'm expecting him to put the James Worthy glasses on in a minute,
He should have been done.
and
that.
some shin guards, some
That
pads.
wouldn't hurt it. None
No,
of
it
that would
wouldn't.
hurt.
Because he's on the floor. If you count the times, I used to always sit there and watch Anthony be on the floor at least
Yeah.
7 times. He's
At least.
on
It's
the floor.
it's on the
He
it's
falls.
to the point that me and Kim even make comment. Kim, I said, there you go. There you go. And Kim
And
started
I'm like,
laughing.
oh God.
I'm like cringing, like, please. And I'm like, I'm holding my breath for like 5 seconds. Come on, Aunt. And then sometimes they go to commercial break, come back. Anthony Davis sitting out for.
Is he coming back on
here's
the
the
floor?
funny-
Oh,
here's
he's
the
coming
funny
back on
thing
the
about
floor. Yes.
Here's the funny thing about Anthony Davis.
Hey, Bugs.
The game before Murray hit the big shot to win game 3, I think it was.
Yeah, that was a killer.
Anthony Davis was interviewed before that game, and they said, well, what do you think, Anthony? Should you be the NBA defensive player of the year? And he said, I think so. I should be the NBA defensive player of the year.
He said that?
Yeah.
I missed
I
that.
didn't hear that.
Yeah, he said it. He said it
You
loud.
have to roll back the tape on
Yeah,
that.
he said it. I mean, it came out of his mouth. And when he said it, he went out and he played the game, and then Murray proceeded to hit the jumper that won the game for him.
Right.
Then they won that game, and then the game yesterday, what was it, yesterday or the day before
Day
yesterday?
before yesterday.
Day
Seemed
before
like
yesterday.
today.
Murray did the exact same
Same
thing.
thing.
Hit the big shot. Anthony Davis was guarding him, and Anthony has to go around now talking about the fact that I thought you were the defensive player of the year. But of course, that's just something that comes out of his mouth. But what's funny more than anything is that Anthony Davis and Jamal Murray played basketball together in Kentucky.
That's
Wow.
exactly.
I didn't know that.
I remember them saying that.
So they were friends.
They were friends.
Mhm. They might
Do
still
you
be
think
off
they
the
still
court.
friends when they play?
They might still be
each
off
other?
court. They talk to each other.
I don't doubt that they're not friends. I wouldn't know.
But
I don't
you,
think that
Even on
because
the
of
floor?
basketball.
no, I think on the floor all bets are off.
Oh, on the floor, they're still friends, but they're not gonna play like that.
Yeah,
Bosom
all
buddies.
bets are off.
Okay.
They're
Well,
not gonna
yeah,
do like
I
Magic
understand
Johnson
that.
and Isaiah Thomas did, kiss every game.
Ooh.
Hopefully
No,
not.
y'all didn't see that? Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
I do.
very much so.
My father's, he was like saying,
Yeah.
boy, that's a man that
That's
kissed
kissed
that
him
other
every
man.
some deep
game.
shit.
They kissed every game.
But they was, but if it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And I'm not trying to start no controversy, but that's what happened.
So let me ask you this. Your predictions of the final two teams.
Well, we know Denver's gonna be one. And who they can make
I
play
believe-
Minnesota, you said?
Yeah,
Okay,
they play
see?
Minnesota. I believe it's going to be Denver versus the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's a
gonna be
win-win
good
for
one.
me. My homeboy
That's
Jason
gonna be
Tatum.
a good-
Jason Tatum,
St. Louis
he's
represent.
balling. He's
Yeah,
balling.
he's balling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doing well. What bothers me about Boston is this: as a team collectively, not anybody individually, but as a team collectively, they fall in love with the 3-point shot, and they continue to shoot it, and they continue to shoot it. And if you're on, it's fine, but if you're off, it's terrible.
Ain't that the game now, though?
Yeah, but
And that's the.
but
Nobody don't like to
yeah.
go up in the paint no more.
But you don't have any Steph Currys or Klay Thompsons on Boston's team. Boston don't have that.
You don't
kind
think there's any young gunners coming up like that?
not on Boston's. They're
Not-
not
not
on the
right
team
now.
now.
Jason Kane,
That's what's
Three
they're
point?
not on the team right
Jason's
now.
okay.
but
He's
he's not.
okay.
He's known for going in the
he's
paint.
not
He's not as
prolific.
consistent
Okay.
He's
as
not
you would want
prolific
him
at the
to be.
3-point shot.
Yeah.
He is he's 6'7", 6'8".
Mhm.
He should be going to the rack most of the time anyway.
All the time.
Yeah, just go do what you do.
do
Get
what you
fouled. You
That's
know.
what I can say about
But he-
Anthony Davis.
But he falls in love with the Jalen. What's Jalen's last name?
Not Jalen Rose. Or,
No, Jalen, the other guard that plays with
oh,
them.
yeah. I know you're talking about.
They fall in love with the 3. Now the big kid that they have over there, he's 7'3".
Mm-hmm.
He falls in love with the 3. He done Porzingis. He's gotten hurt now, so they talking about he's going to be out several games. That don't sound good.
No, they don't. They
because
really
it
don't.
was a non-contact injury. So he's going to be out for a while.
How do you do a non-contact injury?
Well, when nobody touches you.
You just. I mean, I know what a non. I know. I'm
Yeah.
trying. I'm trying to
You
say.
run it down the
How does
court
that happen?
And you twist your ankle.
You just run it. This a
Yeah,
freak of
you
nature
do.
type of
Or-
action.
accident.
Or your Achilles is on the getting ready to pop on you, and all of a sudden it pops, and you're just dribbling the ball, and it pops. That happened to me.
Non-contact.
That happened to me. Nobody touched me. My Achilles popped.
So
That's bad.
So you're saying you like to see Denver and Boston.
No, it's not that I would like to see them. It's
The
just that it
likelihood
looks like
of
that's,
it.
That's who's
So
going.
OKC is gonna get shut out.
That's a good question.
We were just talking to the Uber driver. He said, "I love to see OKC."
I would
go
like
up
to
against
see
Denver.
OKC get in there.
Yeah,
I would like
That
to
used to
see
be
them
your
get in
team.
there. I would because all the trials and tribulations that they've gone over the years. You know, at one time they had Kevin Durant,
yeah.
they had James Harden,
that was my boy.
they had
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook,
All three
They
of
had
them.
they had
team.
Reggie Jackson. All four of those guys are playing right now.
Right.
All four of them are playing right now. They left the team, and the Oklahoma City management has capitalized on the fact that they got all those draft choices, and they
Right.
started making all those moves, and they started drafting because of rest of them leaving, and they got all the draft choices. They got a squad now over there. They got 2 or 3 first-round draft choices.
So
on
you
that
think
team.
next year is going to be
Next year it looks like they'll probably
a contenders?
they'll be right in there. They might make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a nice little hookup there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they can beat Denver, but
they'll be a contender. You know, they'll be a contender.
and within the next year they're going to be a contender. They got a guy on the team, the guard, and Alexander. He's a superstar right now.
Okay.
He's averaged 30 points a game the last 2 years. He's ready to blow up. He's right there on the cusp, and he's going to do well. I mean, he's getting ready to pop off. So, and then they got a young rookie who got hurt last year. He was a rookie last year, got hurt, didn't play, and he came back and he played this year. He looks very good. He's a big boy too, like 7'1". So they got a nice little team over there. They got a little juggernaut over there. They look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you now? You're all around town man when it comes to all sports here. What are your football picks
Coming up?
Yeah, coming up. Who do you see really? No, let's start with college ball.
Oh, you lost
We got to talk to what's the elephant in the room.
I don't know much about.
You know about this
one.
one.
I don't know about college ball.
No, you know about this team.
Well, I do.
The elephant in the room is Deion Sanders.
Oh, y'all love him.
What do you think about the future of Deion coaching for college where he's at right now?
I kind of believe he's going to stay there.
Okay.
His sons are leaving.
So they are leaving.
Well, one of them for sure. I don't know.
The
about
quarterback?
that. Yeah, he's gone.
To
whoever drafts him, man.
So he's going. He's an NFL draft pick this year.
I don't think he got drafted. That's where my co-host is going to come into play because he knows football a lot better than I do.
Okay, guy. I just wanted to touch on.
I kind of think I don't know if he got drafted or not. I really don't.
He's another one that Deion, I think, has a lot of influence. Just like LeBron has a lot of influence.
Oh, their sons.
You know. So yeah, Deion got a lot of pull in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, now the thing about college sports now is that they get a chance.
They get paid.
They get money.
So they don't have to leave college no more to go get $1 million contract in the NFL. Don't. They can stay. What do they call that? What is the
NIL?
NIL, yeah.
NIL. They get paid out of that. I mean, and those kids are getting a lot of money. For example, look at this Caitlin.
That
Clark.
was going to be my next subject.
I don't know, she made $7-8 million last year.
Here's the deal with her. Okay, so she's
Is
the
that
big.
from sponsors?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is for sponsor. She's not getting paid that for team. So the big deal about Kate, what's her last name?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. She's the big rave right now because
Yeah.
she's coming out of college. She's being drafted. She's like the most.
She's been drafted.
She's already
with
been
the
drafted.
Indiana females team. And
Here's
Blinks, I think that's
And
the
then,
name.
and what is the salary? So the big thing is the salary. The the difference between the men's salary playing for NBA and WNBA. I'm gonna let you expound on that, Harold.
Well, it's only one criteria that fits that whole thing is that the men play more games than the women do.
Is that why the salary
I'm gonna go
is
deeper than
such
that.
a difference in the salary?
No,
That's why the salaries are different.
The-
The men play 82 games, and the women play 32 games.
Wow.
That's not only it though.
That's a big difference.
There's
What else
some other factors that
What else
Like
do you
what?
think?
the NBA has been in existence since what? The 50s?
40s.
40. So you have that wide gap. The WNBA has only been in existence probably about 20 years, 25 years.
Close, yeah.
So you got to think
They
about
came
that.
in the 90s.
You got to think about sponsorships. You got to think about attendance. Attendance is a
Well, that's
big
important.
attendance. So
Well, that's the big.
that's
Yeah.
the number one.
That's where the money
number one
comes in.
thing, yeah.
You know, that's how St. Louis lost his team
And
to
the-
Atlanta
And the women's
because of lack of.
the women's league overall doesn't get the attendance.
It's been
Yeah, it
getting though
should.
with Caitlin
now.
in the limelight,
Yeah.
and they're so now, but you're claiming these people are like, why isn't what's up with the equality and between the NBA and WNBA? It goes past the equality. It's real numbers.
Yeah.
When you do real numbers, that's been a thing on social media. They've been talking about how come Caitlin don't get the same. Who was the number one draft pick for
She
NBA?
was, the NBA.
I forgot his name.
The NBA or the ABA?
NBA.
WNBA.
The NBA. He got something for. He got a couple million,
Yeah,
and she got a couple 100,000.
yeah.
So you do know that Ice Cube. Did we talk about this?
Yeah.
Ice Cube offered her a couple million, 5 million per year, 10 million for 2
do
years,
what?
if she would play in the Big Three.
Right.
Now, she would be playing against men though,
Hmm.
but that would be something to see.
Well, what would happen is if she had a said, "Yeah, I'll play," they would have signed some women to play in the
Play
Big
with.
It would have been very controversial. I don't think that they would have allowed it to happen because they've been blocking the Big Three ever since Ice Cube and his partners have come because it puts a dent in the NBA. Some people are fed
Well,
up with the NBA.
they wouldn't have been able to block the women from playing because the Big Three is ex NBA players. All of them are ex NBA. They're not playing anymore.
Mhm.
So
But they still could play though. That's
they
the thing.
still can, but they're not playing anymore.
Well, it all depends on the criteria. I mean, does that disqualify me? Meaning you ain't about it no more?
They're old.
I would still watch that. I would watch the Big Three.
I watched the Big Three. I
You-
watched them.
You know, I would watch
But
that.
those guys are old. That's why it's the Big Three. They only play half court. They don't run up and down the court.
And then they gave, but see, I was shocked, kind of shocked that she didn't take that deal because that would have put some money in her pockets. However, I think it's some bad blood between the Big Three and the NBA. I think they don't like people cutting into their money, and so this is what Kaylin was offered. I think by Nike, a multi-million.
She
got it.
She signed with Nike.
Right.
She got-
But I think the
she's got a big
contention was
contract with
like,
Nike.
you got to do what we tell you to do. Well, she's going to have to now at this point.
Well, I think she made the right decision. She had went to the Big Three. She would have get a Big Three. She would not have been able to play in the WNBA
Why not? I thought she could. I thought because the season they would have blocked it.
Their seasons overlap.
I thought that she would have still been able to play with the WNBA.
I don't think they would have let her. They would have told her you play. The Indiana team is going to probably usually the big teams, WNBA, NBA teams said, look, you're either going to play for us or you're not going to play at all.
At all.
Right.
They would have
you
blocked
play
everything.
For us or you're not going to play at all.
So
it's as simple as that. We're not going to let you not only just play basketball, you can't go water skiing and all kind of other stuff that you can jeopardize yourself where you're going to get hurt. So, I mean, because take, for example, I think it was a kid out of Golden State. He was in a bike accident. They signed him for a bunch of money. I can't call his name right now, but they had signed him for a bunch of money, and he got hurt on a bike. So those teams have clauses in those contracts. You can't just do anything. You can't be willy-nilly going around doing what you want to do. If you get hurt playing basketball, they have insurance for you, so they're going to get paid. But if you get hurt on a bike accident, they ain't getting a dime.
Okay. So I do believe that we were talking earlier about the attendance. There's a lot of women that are fighting for the equal pay thing. My thing is, and this is a PSA to all the ladies out there, I love y'all, but y'all got to start going to these games.
Well,
y'all start going to the games. As much as y'all are talking about the inequality in the pay, go to the games and be in attendance. We all know that women are pretty good protesters. But
they still don't play as many games as
but still
as the men.
Come support.
That makes a big difference.
But even the team here in Las Vegas, what's the team here? The WNBA.
The Las Vegas
Aces. Okay.
Well, here's the cap.
Go ahead. Go in.
The downside too of it. The WNBA don't have the arenas that the NBA has. Not all of them, but the majority of their arenas are a lot smaller. Now, the fact that the people aren't supporting them is one thing, but then let's say now, like right now, Caitlin's getting ready to come in the league. They're talking about she sold out every place she goes.
Yeah.
Well, if you're sold out in an arena that only seats 2,000 people, you ain't getting no money. Not for real.
But I believe, now this is going to be a turning point. Like I said, I believe more people are going to tune in to WNBA just because she's there.
They are.
A lot of people want to be like, what's all the hype? If they're new to sports.
They are.
Because just like in the 80s, when basketball was going down, Michael Jordan saved basketball. To me, would you believe that in the late 80s? Mid to late?
Well,
I believe Michael Jordan said that it was okay, but Michael Jordan brought the stardom back to NBA in the late 80s.
Well, you got a point, but what really happened was this. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird are the ones that brought the NBA back. The NBA was having tape delay games before the 79 series. The 79 series was tape delayed. We didn't even see it on regular TV. But when Larry and Magic came, they brought the excitement back to the NBA. Now, what happened right after that was Michael Jordan came in the league and he took it to the next level.
He took it to superstardom.
To another level.
I agree with that. I had a Magic Johnson poster before they had Dr. J.
They were the ones that saved the league because the league was
fleggling because you had a dismantlement of ABA. They dismantled them.
Yeah, it was.
Why did they do that?
It was a drug problem. They didn't dismantle them. They merged. The ABA.
They didn't take ABA but the NBA didn't take all the players.
No, they didn't take all of the teams. They only took the Denver Nuggets, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Indiana Pacers. They took those three.
What year we talking?
I'm thinking that they take anybody else.
What year we talking about?
78, 77 in that area.
Okay.
Right in that area.
And then The Magic, Larry Bird era, that was early 80s.
That was
That was early
Magic
80s.
came out in '79 along with Larry Bird came out with Magic. They came out together. And then when they started playing, they had a rivalry, Boston, LA. Everybody likes that rivalry. And then that's what took the NBA up a notch. They started broadcasting the games live because they weren't, they weren't doing that.
Right.
It
was boring.
I had to.
Boring.
I had to watch the finals in '78. I had to stay up late at night if I wanted to see.
It was boring. Basketball was boring. From the ABA, I just remember that red, white, blue basketball. Yeah, I remember that. I got some memories. I was a tyke.
Well, they brought the flair.
They brought the Dr. J.
They brought the flair. They brought the 3-point shot.
Mm-hmm.
They brought the showtime, so to speak. Everybody they were playing really fancy.
Mm-hmm. The finger roll they made different.
All that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff.
They did everything. And it was too much competition for the NBA
because they were two separate entities altogether. All right, so, but what made the NBA soar higher than the ABA? Was it because they had been longer running?
Just money.
Because NBA has been in existence since
the 40s.
40s. And ABA came into existence when?
In the 70s.
Yeah. So just that time frame, NBA was like, they're cutting too much in our dividend. In this short time, even though we've been in existence since the 40s.
Yeah. They came in, they socked them. That's what they really did. They socked them because people were excited about the ABA. The ABA had a lot of stuff going on. But the big problem at that time was the drugs problem.
Okay.
There was a drug problem.
Cocaine.
That was it. After the game, there was a big drug problem. So attendance started going down.
Why? I mean, did the audience detect?
It wasn't that they detected it. It was in the newspaper every day.
So the regular person didn't want to be associated. I'm not going to see a whole bunch of drug users shoot some basketball.
I was looking at the Last Dance.
Mm-hmm.
Michael was talking about when he first came to the Chicago Bulls. He said everybody on the team was getting loaded. Everybody on the team was getting loaded. He would go to their rooms and everybody was, drinking, snorting, woo, woo, woo. So, it was prevalent in the NBA. And it was really prevalent in the ABA. I mean, it was.
Because they was hanging out with the singers. They was hanging out with the entertainers.
Right.
Yeah.
They was partying.
Let us see. I'm sure you guys might have a story.
Did you look at George Gervin's
Iceman
special he did?
I did not. Did he talk about you in there?
Yeah, he did.
What?
Yeah,
we got to check that out.
He sure did.
Whoa.
He did.
That's some historical stuff right there. I was a fan of Iceman.
He came to the house a couple of times. When he came to my front door, it was.
And we're talking about George Gervin, Iceman.
He came to my front door. I went to the door to open the door.
You hadn't seen nobody that tall in your life.
In my life.
How tall was George Gervin?
I was like, oh my
about
God.
6'7",
Really
6'8".
It was amazing to see somebody that tall.
And he was coming there to see your brother.
To my front door. He came to see Marvin. Yeah.
See,
cool. He was so cool.
Y'all don't get stories like this in no other podcast. My man Harold is talking about stats. Did you hear? Did you like the commercial I made for you, man? I made a bomb commercial for you. I said Harold got the stats and the facts.
No, I did like that.
So y'all won't get nothing like this at the Undeniably Sports Talk with Harold White is every Wednesday. We were supposed to start at 5. My fault. We were taking care of some business handling, but it's every Wednesday here at the Pine Hollow Winery here in beautiful Summerlin, Las Vegas here. So I want y'all, and this is his first show. This is his debut. So this is going to go down in history. So I want y'all to get on the chats. Are they chatting on yours, Lady Z? See,
Well, I
both of
don't
y'all
have
supposed
mine
to.
up.
Harold, you're supposed to have yours, and Lady Z, you're supposed to have
No,
yours.
mine goes.
Are you
on the
waiting
next
on
one.
yours?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have that much.
It's quite a few
It's
people on
good.
there. Hey,
So,
y'all, I see y'all.
Ange, talk to him. Talk to him.
I see
Say something to him.
my very good friend Jennifer in Houston, Texas.
Hey, Jennifer.
She loved them Houston Texans.
She loved
her and the whole family. And I see Maddie Lee.
Hey, Maddie.
And I see Tasha. Oh, that's my girl.
Hey, Tasha.
And I see Claude. That's my boy. That's my
Claude.
that's my kinfolk.
Yeah, we know Claude.
That's
not the
somebody
same
else.
Oh, it's a different Claude?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my Claude.
That's relative.
And Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Jeff was at where was he at? Where were we at?
The
WSO the
Oh,
other night.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and George, that's my guy there.
George, what's happening?
He knows.
Hey, George.
He knows.
Jeffrey,
We might get him down here.
Okay,
Yeah, that'd
he's
be
local
cool.
here.
He's
Vegas?
local. He knows. You know when I do the who sings.
Yeah. Oh,
He
he's the
always
man.
answers them.
Tell him to come here.
Oh,
Challenge.
okay.
Tell him challenge. Tell George
He's the
challenge.
one that always answers.
He get the answer.
Tell-
I got
You
one.
think
I'm
he
gonna
look
throw.
it up?
He said he don't cheat.
Okay.
We're gonna do a
He said he
music.
don't cheat.
Look,
but
look.
I believe him.
Okay.
We're gonna do a music show,
Jeffrey
it's
just
coming.
came on.
and we're gonna do trivial like that. We're gonna talk about groups. We're gonna do trivial. That's coming on the Mo Rock Entertainment.
Okay.
But I got another question to ask you. Okay, let's say that LeBron retires. Say, I don't know if his
Maybe
I don't know if
next
his ego is gonna allow him because he still look good. He just need to get a ball haircut, but other than that, you know, he still looks good. You can't deny he's in tip top.
Kim, was that you that showed me that video of LeBron jumping out of the swimming pool?
Yeah.
Onto the
Yeah, he's still in good.
unbelievable.
Look,
Unbelievable. I've never seen anybody do that before in my life.
Harold White.
He
Harold
jumped
White.
out of the pool
What did he do?
onto the
Now
flat.
you know I'm not a
Surface.
LeBron fan, so I
But
don't
but
know
you
why
can't
It was
deny
unbelievable,
with your
though,
eyes
that
see,
you could see that.
right?
What did he do? That
No,
I
no,
can't-
no,
He was
no,
in the
no.
pool.
I forgot what point I was.
Probably maybe
He
3
jumped.
feet.
He just jumped.
He
out
just
of-
jumped out the water.
pool and landed on the surface.
Oh, I
over
know
here.
what I was going to say. Check it.
Unbelievable. I've never seen that before.
Do you think that the people move out of his way out of respect, or they move out of his way when he going to the
When
hoop?
he's going down,
It
Nobody
ain't
gets
nobody trying to
nobody
get him
wants to-
No,
nobody
they
wants
move
to.
out of his
because they
way.
know that he's going to take the hit and
Right.
be
Yeah.
the one that get hit.
Yeah.
So he's still a
Which is
viable
why I don't understand why he cries so much. You
because
know
it's acting.
it's
I
acting.
tell Kim all the time when they get hurt, when every time a ball player especially in basketball, they throw on the acting. You see it. Who was the first guy? I remember when Shaq used to get hit and his legs he'd go fall on the floor, his legs go all up in the air and come back down. It's acting. I think if you make it dramatic about
You
the
know
hit,
they don't call that acting. They call that flopping.
no, I
That's
call
what
it
it's
acting.
called. That's what it's called.
Look,
Flopping.
anything
He's a professional flopper.
but he can back up what he does though. He backs it up. Now,
I want a new coach.
that is LeBron's like little flunky. I hate to say it.
Everybody that he's ever had as a coach
No.
is his flunky.
You can't say
Yeah.
you can't. Who was LeBron? Who was LeBron? Who's been LeBron's coach?
He's
The
never-
guy from Miami. That was not a flunky.
That's the only one. That's the only one.
I'm thinking Shaq. I'm thinking Pat Riley in the field. No, because
the
you
one
know
he had
good and
in-
well Pat and
The one
and
he
Phil
had,
ain't fun. Yeah, but the one in Miami,
that's it.
the Cleveland guy was a flunky.
All of them.
Both times. Did he have the same coach in Cleveland when he first started?
He had
No.
Tyrone Lue. He had
Yeah.
some guy from overseas somewhere, Blair. He
Yeah,
was,
But the one from Miami,
the one from Miami was the only.
yeah.
real
What's his
coach
name?
that-
What is the coach from Miami? I forgot. He's been in the league for a long time.
What's his name? Harold?
Oh God.
Good guy too. I like him.
Spoelstra.
Spoelstra.
Well, we need
Spoelstra. But I believe that team is part LeBron.
Well,
All of
he's
them are.
Really,
He always
he's really the coach.
He's the one that.
He has a final word. Oh, this
He's really the coach.
he is.
Oh, I thought you said the GOAT. I'm sorry.
No.
Whoa. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, they alluded to the GOAT. And for everyone who doesn't know what the GOAT means, it is an acronym for greatest of all time. Now, there's been debates for years. Years. John, I want you to lay in on this too. Greatest basketball player ever. Ever.
Barb saying Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. You guys are okay. Pittsburgh. Okay. Are you from Boston? Okay, Pittsburgh. Okay. Lady.
Fan of Larry Bird.
Larry Bird can ball. Larry Bird can ball.
My goat is Kobe. I don't care.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking Kobe. Yeah. Kobe and Michael.
Well, I heard a young lady on Facebook not long ago do a real good analysis of the GOAT. And what she said was, I really appreciated what she said was, she said Kobe is her GOAT.
Yeah, that's happening.
She said Kobe is my GOAT. However, Michael is the GOAT.
That's what
he
I
is
said. Kobe
the GOAT.
And Michael.
So she said, I'm not old enough to have seen
Michael,
but what I have seen of him, yeah, he the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. So that made sense to me.
Even though LeBron has done some phenomenal things.
That is the.
I cannot.
That's the great debate. Now I don't know.
Take his talent away from him.
Harold has more of the stats because he comes with the stats and the facts. So I would say now I love both those. I love all the superstars of basketball. I'm just going to say that I love every superstar of basketball.
So who's your GOAT?
Man, it's a cross because let me tell you, I really wasn't into basketball growing up until Michael Jordan. I mean, I like Magic Johnson, you know, the commercials, everything, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, Michael Jordan, he took it to he was like Eddie Murphy. When Eddie Murphy was a comedian, you had Richard Pryor. Everybody was loving Richard Pryor. But Eddie Murphy made him he was skyrocketed. In fact, that's the way I look at Michael Jordan.
You think you would take Eddie Murphy over Richard Pryor?
No, it's to me it's apples and oranges.
Absolutely.
It's apples and oranges.
Absolutely.
It's apples. You're talking about different eras.
Absolutely.
You know, Richard was good for his era and Eddie was good for his era. Same thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan brought basketball. See, you a little old. So you were knowing about the games with Bird and Magic. You know, I was just going off what my older cousins were telling me. Sometimes I watch the game myself, but they were diehard fans. I was a diehard Michael Jordan fan, mainly because I lived in St. Louis and Chicago was right there. You know, it was like they were very close. But to see him and do his acrobatics, his athleticism, you know, from half court, flying through the air, Jordan, that's what came now. And, you know, when his career started dwindling, I was like, Mike, you need to stop, you know. The end, what was he playing for, DC? What was he playing for?
He played for Washington. He still was good. I was looking at a thing the other night on
I don't
Facebook.
know.
I don't think he was the best.
I don't the baseball deviation.
Okay,
and then he came back, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
Well,
Michael?
not a lot of people watched Mike. See, I was one of them kind of guys. Whenever Michael Jordan was on television, I want to see him. I don't care if
what he's doing.
I just want to see him. So this is what they brought up on Facebook the other day. Michael scored 8 points in a game. Doug Collins pulled him out of the game, and that stopped a streak of 900 and some odd games of double figures in a row. So Mike went to Doug Collins afterward. He said, "Do you still..."
Explain who Doug Collins is.
Doug Collins was the coach of the Washington Wizards.
Okay.
He said, "Do you still think I can play the game of basketball?" And Doug Collins said, "Absolutely." He said, "Okay." So they got on the plane. They went to Indiana the next night. It got to Indiana. Michael told Doug, listen, I want the ball at this particular spot all night tonight. He said, and don't take me out until I say so. Michael scored 51 that night. The next night, he said, I want it on the other side. I want it at the same spot all night, and don't take me out until I asked him to. He scored 46. So what he did at 41 years old, at 41 now, what he did was score 107 points in 2 nights in a row. So, and he did it in fabulous fashion. That was just the way Michael was. I mean, he did all the things that made you say, ooh, ooh and ah. That's why everybody wanted to. That's why I wanted to sing, because he made me say, ooh, I wanted to sing. There's other players that have made me want, like she was saying, Larry Bird. Larry Bird was a bad boy. I couldn't stand him, but he could play, and you had to take your hat off to him. This guy here, and then he would tell you what he was going to do. That's what I like.
Yeah, there's a couple players say that.
He backed it up.
Because the players were talking about him, and then he overheard them talking about it.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to do this to you, and I'm going to do
this
to you.
Yeah, he said,
he was like Muhammad Ali. He was like predicting. So, yeah, he get.
But his career was a little short because he had a bad back. And he didn't get a chance to play, like at the end for him. He didn't play like he played when he first came in the league. Magic's same way. When he went out, when he came back, he wasn't the same. He just wasn't the same guy. But my GOAT, because I got a chance to see him, I saw Michael when he first came in the league. I saw him in college. That's my GOAT. I can argue sometimes, even with myself, and say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the GOAT. Because when you match stats between the two of them, their stats are almost the same. And Kareem had the most points until LeBron just broke the record just this past year. However, when you look at Kareem's stats and you look at Michael's stats, they're almost like what and what. Kareem changed the game. He did so many fabulous things. He wasn't as exciting as Michael, but he was very consistent.
His how tall he was. That was at that point in time. He was like one of the tallest people in the league.
And he had a weapon that nobody.
He had the sky hook.
He had the sky hook, and nobody could do anything with
him.
Yeah, you couldn't do that.
So it depends on what you like. I liked Michael. I'm not a LeBron James fan. LeBron has done some nice stuff, but he's just not Michael Jordan.
So you're saying now how old was Michael when he retired from basketball?
41.
41. LeBron is 39.
It's 39.
Do you think that LeBron will play just to say that he played the same age? Because he only got two years.
2 more years left.
He has, to me, he's got the stamina. His team, I don't know what he's gonna do about the team. But again, I don't see any weakness in LeBron.
I don't see any weakness.
I don't see
either, right?
where you see the weak. What from the whining? That's theatrics. The whining is theatrics. That's it. That's theatrics. That's mainly theatrics. I see LeBron playing till 41.
Okay.
At least
a lot of people are going to say I'm being a hater, and it's okay. I don't care. LeBron James plays absolutely no defense. None. Now, what he will do is if he's behind you, he'll run up behind you and he'll block your shot. He'll do that kind of stuff.
You didn't really study this, bro.
Yeah, he'll slap the ball away. He'll do all that. He plays, that kind of defense. But when it comes down to saying, okay, Brian, I'm gonna check you and you're not gonna score, He doesn't know. He can't do that. Michael did it. Kobe did it. Those kind of people did it. He just doesn't play defense.
So why do you think the biggest?
What I'm saying.
No, go ahead.
More than anything is what I'm saying is he's a deterrent on defense. He don't play none. He's in the way. He can't check nobody. I watched him run from Kevin Durant 2 years in a row. I watched him.
Did he run this year?
No, I'm talking about they were playing in the finals. When Golden State played.
When Kevin was with Golden State.
When Kevin was with Golden State, LeBron was with Cleveland. A screen would come. LeBron would take the screen. He said, "Oh, you go ahead and take it. I don't want it." And then he would take whoever was guarding him and he would bust him. LeBron ran from him. He ran from him 2 years in a row. Those clips are on the YouTube in case anybody wants to see them. Just pull it up.
Why do you think that because there's a generation, it's generational, right? You have the generation that loves Michael. You have the generation that loves Kobe. You have the generation that loves LeBron. So do you think it's a generational debate on because they didn't get to see Michael? They didn't really get to see Kobe.
That's with anything, though. That's how that goes. I mean,
I don't know. When it comes to boxing, I'm still gonna say Muhammad Ali is the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
But
I wasn't a big guy in the 60s.
You got the people
I wasn't even born.
You got people that never saw Muhammad Ali.
But you got video. But they are still saying Muhammad Ali is the greatest. You got youngsters who are saying Muhammad Ali. But I don't know if it's because he transcended. He was a political activist as well.
He was all that.
Or a social activist more so.
Well, he says it too.
So he transcended. LeBron, I believe social media probably has a lot to do with it because you can see the feats, you can see the triumphs from a lot of the athletes now that you couldn't see Mike. I mean, there's a lot of video of Michael Jordan. You see all his games, but not a real time. So you see LeBron, you saw Kobe kind of real time doing it. Really, LeBron, social media cameras are everywhere. It's I believe those are factors. You know what I'm saying? I was younger when Michael Jordan started playing, and I was older when Kobe, rest in peace. But LeBron is real time with me. I've seen him from the beginning to the end. I've seen him from the beginning to the end, and see, nobody's perfect.
No.
So
you can't say Michael Jordan as far as
I'm not saying nobody's perfect.
You got to separate the person from the athlete sometimes.
Yeah.
But
when we talk about a GOAT,
Kobe, rest in peace.
When we talk about a GOAT, most of the time people want to talk about Kobe, Michael Jordan,
and
LeBron James, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now, out of those four,
really?
Yeah.
You heard Kobe? I don't know about that one. Now the first three. Now look, listen. Kareem definitely up there. I hear Wilt Chamberlain. You gotta go. No. But you still gotta.
We don't hear Wilt much.
If you are a true historian,
not very many people.
You talking about like a lot of the younger people. I mean, I never really saw Wilt Chamberlain. What was the other cat that Wilt Chamberlain was going against all the time? Bill Russell.
Yeah.
They were
Who got more rings than all of them. Who got 11 rings. He got more than all of them.
How many rings was Robert Horry had?
7.
A lot.
7.
Did that trip y'all out?
No. He was on 17.
Yes.
He was on
Robert
17.
Horry and Charles Barkley ain't got none.
No, Barkley don't have none.
They got all the mouth in the world.
All Kobe,
I don't like Charles.
Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe.
Why not? He'll make you laugh.
He'll make you laugh. And he was an excellent player. I think Charles could play.
Charles was a
He was a good player. I can't take that from him, but he's still stupid.
I think if you're talking the greatest of all time,
he say some stupid
what you
shit.
have to do is look at these players and say, if I take Michael Jordan and put him on a court today, how's he going to play?
In his prime.
In his prime. How's he playing today? How was he going to play 20 years ago? How did he play in
The game is
the
the
game has changed.
It was more physical.
Correct.
I'm thinking Bill Lambier. You know, I'm thinking about
Well,
the Detroit
that's
Pistons
a
back
good
in the
point
day.
that you brought up
Go ahead.
because they've been asking players, ex-players, a lot, like Ron Artest,
Dr.
Robert
J.
Horry, Dr. J. They've been asking them, how many points would Michael average if he were playing now? All of them say the same thing. He'd average 40.
Yeah,
All of them say that. If he was out there now.
they got too many rules though. It's a lot of rules.
The biggest rule that they have that Michael would love is that you cannot hand check. See, when you can hand check, you can aim somebody in the direction of where you want them to go. You put your hand on them, but you can't do that now.
How was the foul? You probably know better than I do. How was the foul game back then?
It was physical.
It was versus right now. You barely touch. I'm like, that was a foul.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a foul.
Yeah.
Why ain't going to the line? What happened? They got to do an instant slow mo. I'm like, where did his arm hit him at? I think they're baby in the league right now. I wish they'd take out a lot of these foul rules because it almost makes you want to get fouled. I might as well get fouled so I can go to the free throw line. Let me score a layup and I get an and one and then somebody hit me.
You don't see.
And that's if the referee called a foul for your team.
You don't see the fights.
What do you mean?
You don't see the fights today like you saw back
Back in the days.
Oh yeah.
You don't see
That was
fight.
exciting.
They stopped it.
That's
Yeah,
why
that
that's
was
that's
Only
why
sport
they-
you can still fight in is hockey.
Yeah.
That's it. I come from St. Louis, okay, where the Blues, it's a Cardinal city, big baseball Cardinal and hockey team. Sharice will tell you, and they get to fight. I didn't even like hockey.
On the ice.
They gave me some tickets to go see hockey game. They was fighting. I said, "What the hell is this?" But if you fight in basketball, look at Sekou calling me right now. Somebody call him.
That's because we're late.
So my thing is, I forgot so everybody said who their GOAT was. My GOAT is a mixture between, I'm kind of, between Michael and LeBron. I like him, but I grew up with Michael, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But when I was a grown up, I really got to experience LeBron.
Okay.
Because let me say this. And maybe because it's where I'm from the Midwest. I'm from St. Louis and then Cleveland right up the street, up north. So I can identify with Michael Jordan for one, he's Chicago, and then LeBron because he's from Cleveland. You had that strip right there. I wasn't a coastal guy. So maybe if I stayed on the East Coast or West Coast, I might have favored Kobe. Now, I thought Kobe was a great, fantastic player. But the people I can see within my realm was LeBron. I knew everything what was going on LeBron every day. And, so I think that might.
Social media had you.
Yeah, that too. But I understand. But see, it wasn't until I moved out here to Vegas, because I'm Midwest, I used to get a lot of stuff from East Coast. We used to get really more stuff from East Coast than West Coast, even though we still chill with West Coast. But it wasn't until I moved out here that I understood that Laker effect, that Laker vibration.
Yeah.
And I honestly have to say that I really became a Laker fan when LeBron, I've been honest about that, when LeBron came to the Lakers.
And I was opposite. I became a non-Laker fan.
See, you was a hater.
When LeBron came to Los Angeles, I didn't want him to
Deep
come.
down inside, he's still.
You thought it was messing them up. You thought it was
You just
messing.
don't want LeBron.
Do you think if LeBron would never came to the Lakers, they'd be where they are right now?
Where are they?
Bro, they won the championship during the pandemic.
A pandemic championship?
Oh, now you're gonna lower. It's
That
lower.
has an asterisk by it.
That's
the only
no
thing.
asterisk.
They've been okay. Look, Brian. LeBron's been in LA for 6 years.
Okay.
They won one pandemic championship.
This is the pandemic championship.
Yeah, they won
That's-
one. They only went to the playoffs
Right.
twice.
Okay. Look. When Kobe, okay, I'm gonna answer that argument, bro. When Kobe came to the Lakers, who did the Lakers already have? The Lakers was already
It's
a built.
Ryan,
They had a built team.
It's a team sport. It's a
Okay,
team
yeah, the
sport.
Lakers when LeBron came to the team, he had to kind of build the team up a little bit, bro.
Yeah,
They didn't have to say,
but
"Come
he
on,
ain't the
Harold, you
general-
got to admit
he ain't
that."
the general manager. He ain't got no business
That
building
is
the
the
team
general
up.
manager. LeBron owns the Lakers. I don't care when. Forget who name you see up
That's the
there,
problem.
who coaching. That's LeBron's
That's
team.
the problem.
That's what I said. LeBron.
That's the problem.
I mean, well, there you.
Yeah.
But it's still the
Do
stats.
one or the
Harold
other.
White, the stats and the facts.
Do one or the other. Play
But
or
you understand
coach
what I'm saying?
or be the management. Which one are you gonna do?
They did not.
Thanks, Lily.
The Lakers. No, listen to me. The Lakers. When did LeBron come to the Lakers? What year was that? 16
or 17.
Okay. Who was on the team that was really balling when LeBron came on?
Nobody.
Exactly.
We
Who,
didn't have
okay.
we really didn't have a good team.
Who was on the team? Paris just said. Who was on the team when Kobe came to the Lakers?
It's a
No, it's a
team.
difference.
It's a team sport.
Come on,
Yeah.
Lady Z.
It's
Who?
a team
Okay,
sport.
okay. Lady Z. Who was on the team when Kobe came on the Lakers? I know you can name five.
We
people.
got Shaq.
Shaq.
Who else was on the team?
Well, we didn't need nobody else then.
I'm just saying, you got other members.
So Shaq and
So
Kobe
they were
started out.
already.
Shaq and Kobe.
The Lakers was. Come on, man. If I pull it up right now, they had about 4 other players who was coaching.
They had a whole team of
They had a
built
squad.
team.
So
They
you're
had a-
talking about apples and
They
oranges.
still didn't.
You're talking
win.
about the 6 years, but they were
They
dynasty.
didn't win until after Kobe
Kobe
was there
came.
for about 3 or 4 years. They didn't win.
Harold.
Even when
But you feel what I'm
when-
saying.
When Kobe came over there and
They had
Shaq
to
was
build
there,
a team.
they did not
They
win.
built a team.
Harold, the caliber of the Lakers was so different.
They
And
didn't
you're
win.
talking about 6 years.
Well,
I
here's-
think that's pretty good.
The thing with LA
I think that's pretty
is-
good.
The thing with LA is they're spoiled.
They want to
either-
win. They're
You either
winners.
win the championship or you don't.
The Lakers to me are America's team, just like Dallas Cowboys or people love to hate.
Dodgers.
People love to hate the Cowboys. People love to hate the Lakers. There was so many people that was mad, that were happy that the Lakers lost the playoffs. So many. Why is that? Because everybody loves them. They're loved. What's happening, baby? Okay. We got about 15 minutes. We got about. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna start it.
Y'all late.
Hey man, look. I'm gonna say this, bro. This is what time did we start?
6:15.
Okay, we've been on for an hour. I'm gonna say this. I think this was a great first
It was.
episode, and it's not going to do anything but get better and elevate
It
from
is.
here.
Because when Claude gets on here,
I wanted to because I wanted to.
fires,
I'm not
sparks are
as-
gonna fly.
I'm not as deep in sports as you are, Harold. I do the highlights. Like I said, normally when basketball season comes, I don't watch basketball until the playoffs. I really don't, because it's too many games. But you are, I'm giving you a compliment here, man. You're about it. You and Lady Z, y'all about it. Y'all kind of keep us up. Y'all keep us up on game.
Sweetie gonna watch the Lakers. I don't care.
Well, y'all got homework assignments for next week.
I'm a diehard fan. Win, lose, or
I
draw.
mean, I am too, but it's over with for this season.
Well,
But,
She might not watch it to the
okay,
finals.
right.
so next week, well, I'm predicting that it's going to be. I would hope that it would be Denver and Boston. Now, okay, you guys,
If it is, who you gonna go for?
huh?
He going,
If it
he
is,
going
who you
with
gonna go
Boston.
I'm going with Boston. I gotta go with Boston.
Who you gonna go for?
I ain't got
A dog in the
dog
fight.
in the fight. I ain't gonna
He ain't
go.
where the best.
What I'll do is I'll go for the West Coast. That's how I do it.
So Denver is more West Coast.
Well, yeah, they are the West.
Okay, so ladies, here you going for who?
I'm gonna have to go with Denver, I guess.
You're gonna go now. Now, who I want to win?
Celtics, they still rivals. as
Who I
far as
want
I'm
to win and who
concerned.
was the better team is two different things. Now, John, let me ask you: the final two. Who are you predicting? Final two basketball.
Denver's gonna be it.
We already know
Denver's
Denver.
gonna be it. On the other side, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I
yet,
don't
but-
know. Just like when I was watching the Dallas Vegas hockey game, just finished up.
Oh.
Dallas knocked that. Dallas up
Mhm.
3-2.
Mhm.
Dallas won.
Dallas won the
Where
night.
the Blues at? Are they out?
They're
Where
out.
would the Clippers
So
be
you know
if
it's
they
a
won?
playoffs.
Right.
They play in
It's
Philly,
anybody's
Denver,
game.
I just think Denver's
No,
gonna
they
lock
play-
up on one side. The other
Yeah.
side, I just
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
is there a sleeper?
Oklahoma
out there?
be great. Oklahoma, we
Is
was
there a
talking.
sleeper out
So
there?
can
right
y'all
now?
just is it where the Clippers could be erased out of this whole thing? Because they doing pretty good, even though I don't like the Clippers.
They're tied up right now with
Well, and
Dallas.
see there, he's got a good point. And
Yeah,
they a
but
sleeper
what do we-
right
I
now.
think they gonna
yeah,
do
we
it
can't-
against-
We can't really sleep on the Clippers.
I'm not
Well,
sleeping
really.
them, but
Their best player is out.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kawhi Leonard is
Yeah,
gone.
that's them.
It's the
So
playoffs, though. Anything can happen.
Anything, I mean,
Anything
you might
can
get a
happen.
Cinderella
Anything
team.
can happen in the
happen.
playoffs.
You know, so
Milwaukee won last night. They didn't have Dame or
What's his name?
Antetokounmpo. Neither one of them played. Not 1 minute.
did your boy play? What's the guy with Milwaukee?
Antetokounmpo.
No,
Dame Lillard.
no.
Dame didn't play.
Dame did not play.
He's sick.
He's
hurt?
got a sore Achilles.
Ooh,
So that's not good.
no, that don't
Okay.
sound good.
And they won convincingly last night. So it's the playoffs. If you don't come out there ready to play,
Mm.
Them quarters go by real fast too.
yeah. And if somebody gets, these guys on the bench, they're trying to get a name for themselves. They're coming out there to play.
Yeah.
Right.
They're coming out there hot. They want to do something. So whatever happens, happens.
All right, so we're gonna sign off, guys. Again, this has been Undeniably Sports with Harold White with special guest Ziola Gay. Yeah, so we're every Wednesday, supposedly at 5:00. We had a production issue, so we started a
Hey,
little late.
Ramo.
So do y'all want to do some signing off? What you want to say?
Linda Willis. Hey, Linda. How you doing?
Say bye to everybody, man.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Claude, Laura. Hey, Laura, tell Doug I said hello. I love Doug. He was the Michael Jordan when I was in school.
Okay.
Love Doug.
Okay.
Robin. I love you,
Robin, I'm gonna get him for you, okay? Just so she did
Judy,
that.
I love you, Judy.
We're gonna go historical.
Love you guys.
I want to do
Safe
some
out
historical
there.
stuff next
And,
time. man.
Okay.
Check me out on my live Facebook in about 5 minutes.
About
We're gonna be
10
doing-
minutes, 10 to
10
15 minutes, 10 to
We're gonna be
15 minutes.
doing,
Ask a lady, ask a man.
Ask the lady, ask the man. What did I say last week?
You said ask a
Ask
man, ask a nigga.
man,
No,
ask
I'm
a
kidding.
girl.
No, I'm just kidding.
I had it all wrong. But anyway, love you guys.
Love you guys.
This was nice.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
next week, guys. So tune in, guys, on the Morocco Entertainment Television Network. We'll see you. Holla.
Mhm.
Hold on here. I'm signing off. All right, there we go. All right. Finish that right there. Hold on 1 sec.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. Now I'm really gonna try.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a
Yeah, man.